Watch Panther Sports. Welcome to the 141st commencement at Oregon High School. Thank you all for that energetic welcome, honoring the class of 2025 here today. Right now, I would invite you to please remain standing for presentation of colors by the Oregon-Brooklyn VFW Post 10272, led by Sergeant of Arms and member of the very first graduating class of this building, Oscar Larson.
National anthem. National anthem.
Joining the color guard today were OHS students Brady Field and Jacob Kidrowski, who have enlisted in the armed services. Brady will go to basic training this summer and will be in ROTC as he attends UW Whitewater, majoring in poli-sci. Jacob will be attending the University of Wisconsin at La Crosse and will be majoring in accounting while also being in the ROTC program. Good afternoon, friends, and I mean that sincerely. On behalf of the Oregon School District, the Board of Education, and every staff member that's been a part of your 4K-12 journey, I would like to congratulate you all on your graduation today. Over the past 4 years, or the past 12 years, you have demonstrated excellence in your academic pursuits. You've exemplified leadership and character at every turn. This is a special group in front of me today, and today is their big day. For the class of 2025, and for me, it's the end of one thing and the beginning of the next. And as I stand before you today, I'm filled with gratitude. First, I'd like to thank the Oregon, Brooklyn, Fitchburg communities that make up this amazing school district. Your unshakable belief that strong schools are at the center of strong communities has shaped the values that are a part of our mission, that are at the heart of our mission, honestly. And that mission is, and we told you the very first day that you stepped on this campus as ninth graders, was to prepare you not for today, but for what comes next. And we all know that you're ready. As a school leader, I could not have asked for a more supportive community. I want to thank the amazing staff at Oregon High School and the Oregon School District as a whole. Educators are a part of the helping profession, and the selfless dedication, professionalism, and commitment that they show each and every day has inspired me. I believe that this is an incredibly important profession, and the good work that our staff has done is manifest today in the wonderful human beings that are sitting in front of me. I'll clap it up. I'd also like to recognize 4 educators who will be retiring at the end of this year: Ms. Lori Cray, Ms. Sarah Kissling, Ms. Beth Nelson, and Ms. Barb Warner. I thank them for their service to this class and thousands of other OHS students over the years. Parents, congratulations to you and thank you for your partnership, your patience, and your unwavering support. I've been in your seats too. I've got 2 who graduated from Oregon High School, and I've always tried to lead in a way I want for your kids what I would want for my very own. When you send your students to that first 4K class up to today, it's an enormous responsibility that we as educators never took for granted, and so we really thank you for your partnership as well. Students, what a beautiful group you are. I'm looking at the most beautiful sight that I can ever imagine. I love, respect, and appreciate you more than you'll ever know. You represent our purpose as educators and our promise for a better future. I'm frequently in awe of your talent and skills. I'm impressed by your call to leadership, and I'm humbled by your commitment to service. You're a special group of human beings who came together here at OHS, and you left your mark on our school and our community in so many ways. And as I prepare for my final graduation, I'm cleaning out my office a little bit, and I've got a few artifacts here today that I'd like to share. The first is this. This is my Panther Victory Bat, and it's relevant for a few reasons. First of all, congratulations to the Oregon softball team that is going to state for the first time in program history. They competed with absolute ferocity, and win or lose that game, we were going to be proud, and we're so pleased and happy that they'll continue on in the state series. This bat also represents something a little more personal. Anyone who knows anything about me knows that baseball's been a part of my life for a long time. I still play old man's baseball, as a matter of fact. And while you might think it's a love of the game of baseball that keeps a guy playing into his 50s, it's really something different. It's a love for my teammates and a love of a good challenge. It's about connections with others that keeps me coming back, and it's also why I love this profession the most. It's always been about the people. In 1938, Harvard researchers embarked on a decades-long study to find out what is it that really makes people happy in an authentic way. It's the relationships. Researchers gathered health records from participants all over the world and asked detailed questions about their lives at 2-year intervals. Contrary to what you might think, it's not career achievement, it's not money, fame, or baseball. The most consistent finding that they've learned over the years that studied 85 years is positive relationships. Keeps us happier, healthier, and helps us live longer, period. So as you leave here, invest in your family, in your friendships, cultivate healthy connections through your work and social circles, and keep in mind that whatever path you pursue, we're all really in the people business. Take care of that business and it will pay dividends for the rest of your life. I gotta get rid of this one. The second artifact that I'd share is one that I'll be leaving behind in my office from Mrs. Wicke when she takes that office. It's a banner that really has guided, it's sat right in front of my eyesight, and it's better is possible. As you move forward in life, you must embrace that mindset. There simply is no better or healthier way to live. By believing that the best is still ahead, as I do for you as you depart this high school, and for me as I move into the next phase of my life. Believing is not enough, though. You have the tools in your possession right now to improve your lives and the lives of others around you. You simply need to commit to doing so. It's the things that have enabled you to succeed here that will serve you well as you transition into the next phase of your life, adulting. You ready for that? And when it comes to adulting, you'll find that the most difficult thing about adulting is the decisions. You're going to have 1,000 decisions to make, and you have to make sure you make them for the right reason, and whatever decision you make it the right decision. And that comes with perseverance, hard work, leaning in, and if you have to change course and follow the path of best opportunity as your life unfolds in front of you, you do so with resilience, perseverance, and the lessons you learned here as guiding you along the way. Another twist on this artifact, better as possible, comes when I think about how talented the skills that this class in front of me possesses. One of my favorite quotes comes from a mediocre NFL running back who played only to earn enough money to realize his real dream and to embody the quote that he had heard his Nigerian parents speak to him 1,000 times. The gifts and talents you possess are not for your own consumption, but are for the betterment of others. Sam Congato scored only 11 touchdowns in his 7-year career. He spent 2 years in Green Bay, and he, though saved enough money from his NFL career to pursue his true mission, which was to become a medical doctor and to improve the health care of his countrymen in Nigeria. And fortunately, he was able to do that. And the lesson there is this is an incredible talented group, and when I talk to you about what your plans are leaving here, you all have the skills to do great things in your communities and be leaders. Use those skills to improve the lives of others around you. The next item that I'll mention on the stage is this beautiful set of Adirondack chairs that are behind, that are on the end here. And that was a gift from the senior class to myself and my wife. And I am humbled and so incredibly thankful. And it underscores a couple things for me. Number one, the importance of being reflective and investing in relationships and family. And so my wife she retired here a couple of years ago. And she and I both love this school and this district. And we look forward to starting our day every day, having a cup of coffee in those chairs, and saluting you all. So thank you so much for that. The final artifact that I'll call attention to is this beautiful lantern right in front of the lectern that was made by teacher Elisa Reed. On the lantern it reads, "Once a Panther, always a Panther." And the symbolism here is hard to miss. You stepped into a community and you were able to assimilate into a culture that existed long before you were freshmen. Many of you grew up watching high school teams, coming to a musical, and you could not imagine being so talented, so charismatic, or so accomplished. You looked up to those students, and look at you now. Look at you now. You not only became part of that existing culture of achievement here, but you contributed to it in ways that will live on far beyond today. You've helped create a legacy of high achievement, of school pride and spirit, a legacy of service and leadership, and that will help light the way for those who've been watching you. The next set of Panthers is coming, and when they saw what a bright light you cast, I know that they'll benefit from the examples you set. So when we leave this building today, our relationship with this school will be different. While there's no DNA test that will track us back to the OSD, there is something that I believe that we will carry with us that will continue to be a part of who we are, down deep, and will always connect us in a special way. We were here together. We learned and laughed together. You taught me many things. Like one can buy 4,000 forks on Amazon for just $14. While we'll take a lot of what we gained on this journey with us when we leave, we'll also leave a lot behind. Your legacy will light the way for others, and your light will burn brightly for those who follow. And this school and this community are proud of you, love you, and will keep a light on for you so that you can always find your way home. Congratulations, class of 2025. I love you all. You're off to a great start, and the best is still ahead. You stay classy. Before I yield the podium to your classmates, Morgan, Liam, and Hadley, I'd like to introduce the dignitaries who will assist with today's ceremony. I'm pleased to introduce Oregon School Board members who are present to recognize the class of 2025, Troy Pankratz, Anna Bizak, and Caleb Bush. Our district superintendent, Dr. Leslie Bergstrom, will be responsible for certifying graduates today. She's an amazing leader and has been incredibly supportive to our mission here. Please join me in recognizing her. I'd like to acknowledge the work of our senior class advisors who are here to support our class today and throughout their journey here to the stage. We appreciate their love and support. I will not leave the stage without thanking the absolute best administrative team that I could ever have hoped for. Mrs. Zawicki, Mr. Ashmore, Mr. Hunter, and Ms. Spencer Grant. They have helped this class today and all the way along their journey, and I appreciate them so very much. Finally, we would also like to introduce our honor marshals as chosen by the class of 2025, Mr. Dave Ebert and Mr. Matt Weber, who will guide them through their final task here this afternoon. At this time, I will invite our first class speaker, Morgan Bohr, to the podium for her graduation address. Come on up, Morgan.
Thank you, Mr. Planner, and thank you parents, students, teachers, and staff for supporting this incredible student body that sits before you, ready for the day these past 13 years have led to. And so, as Harry Styles once said, welcome to the final show. 720 school days ago, we stepped into this very building as young freshmen. Olivia Rodrigo and J. Cole playing in our ears, unaware how quickly we'd be making graduation playlists to sing and cry to with our closest friends. From that very first day of school, we were ready. Ready to learn, grow, and build relationships. Together, we experienced our first pep rally, Fine Arts Week, sports practices, and even our homecoming dance under a tent in the parking lot. Freshman year was filled with many firsts, but it was also a continuation of our previous years together. Dylan Scott told us, better soak it in, better make it last, because good times go by too fast. 540 school days ago, we started our sophomore year, the year everyone talks about as the nobody year. But for us, that wasn't the case. Sophomore year, we finally knew our way around the halls, learning our place in this big school. 540 school days ago, we experienced our first indoor homecoming dance, screaming along to Kanye West and 21 Savage. 540 school days ago, we got the opportunity to learn to drive, and maybe even get our licenses. And a short 360 school days ago, we started our junior year, what most graduates would call the worst year of high school. Junior year, we put in the hard work, pushing ourselves to the academic and physical limits, and it paid off. We brought home a state title, passed AP tests, and this was the year that we didn't get off on that random Tuesday in March, because it was our turn for the ACT. In June, we watched as our friends grew and graduated, wishing we had just 5 more minutes with them. But we knew, just like Noah Kahn did, that if you want to go far, then you've got to go far. And so, it was our turn, the legacy of OHS seniors in our hands, because now we are the legacy. 180 school days ago, we entered this building for our final first day of school. Senior 2025 written on our t-shirts. With Senior Sunrise under our belts, we realized that this was the start of many lasts. The last first football game of the season, the last opening night, the last first time stepping onto the court, and just on Friday, the last day of our senior year. We have grown into determined, resilient, intelligent, and loving young adults. We have become role models for the young eyes that look up to us. We have embraced new experiences, gained friendships, and become stronger and better versions of ourselves. My dad always told me that these days would fly by. And as a freshman, I didn't believe him. But now, as a senior, those 4 years have gone by in the blink of an eye. Class of 2025, you have achieved so much here at Oregon High School. Charlie Puth and Wiz Khalifa told us that we've come a long way from where we began. But today isn't just a day of reminiscing on the past. It's a day to get excited about our future. It's finally time to take our next steps, whether that's at a university, serving in the military, or working to make that big money. It's going to be a change that might not be so easy. You've spent the past 13 years of your life in the same space with the same people, and trying something new might be intimidating. But just imagine where you could be 720 days from now. So if you're scared, like I am, to leave your family and start something new, just know that Taylor Swift tells us the best way to discover our futures. And that's to decide what's yours to hold and let the rest go. Now, some of you may know that there is someone special in this room today and who is also celebrating his time at OHS, and I want to take a moment to thank him personally. Mr. Pliner, thank you for all the time that you have dedicated to this school and staff, but also to us. You have stood by us through our struggles and our successes. You have supported us no matter the circumstances, and you have left a permanent mark on all of our hearts. That will never be forgotten. Now, Mr. Pliner, if you would come over here for just a moment.
This was not in the script. Off script.
I am off script. I've been off script. Now, class of 2025, will you please join me in standing up and giving your final farewell with the iconic Jimmy P. thumb check. How are you feeling, class of 2025? No, I'm not quite. Almost there. No, come back. Come back. One more. I thought I wasn't done.
You were done.
Okay, Mr. Pliner, these thumbs are a representation of the young adults that you have molded to become strong and independent individuals, and we couldn't have done it without you. Okay, you can sit down now. Mr. Pliner, the class of 2025 is grateful to be graduating by your side. So, before you walk across this stage in just a few moments, look around at your peers, your teachers, and those in the stands that supported you all the way here. Thank them for putting their time and energy into you so that you could make it to today. And then take a moment and thank yourself. You are the reason that you pass classes. You stayed up late studying, you showed up, and you earned the opportunity to walk across this very stage to earn your diploma. And now, class of 2025, my final words are not my own, but someone we grew up with. Hannah Montana always taught us that you can change your hair and you can change your clothes. You can change your mind, and that's just the way it goes. You can say goodbye and you can say hello, but you'll always find your way back home. Thank you. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Liam Holtzen.
Hello, everyone. I've always wanted to do this. Can we just give Morgan Bohr another round of applause? Just like controlling everybody. I'd like to start by saying that when I asked my teachers what I should do up here, they all told me to be myself. So if this sounds like something I did 5 minutes before the deadline, I'm just doing as I was told. Anyways, on a similar note, senioritis hit hard this year. If you've ever stared at an assignment due at 11:59 p.m. and thought, I could probably tank this, you know exactly what I mean. And when our parents asked why our grades dropped, it was always, the teacher just hasn't graded it yet. Yeah, we've all used that one, some more than others. In fact, this speech was dangerously close to becoming one of those late assignments. But despite our questionable academic strategies, somehow we made it through. And now here we are, dressed in matching caps and gowns, focused on not tripping on our way across the stage. But getting here wasn't exactly a straight path. Our high school journey started in one of the weirdest ways possible, coming out of COVID. We had to stay socially distant, we could only see half of each other's faces behind masks, and we had to ride the bus with the windows down, no matter the weather. Nothing says welcome to high school like shivering on the way to school in the dead of winter. Even with all that weirdness, though, we still found ways to laugh and connect. I can still picture freshman year, like Morgan said, our first homecoming outside under a tent where you were either freezing or melting, all based on how close you were to the horde of sweaty high schoolers. Then there was also playing ping pong in gym class, where we probably lost more balls than we hit, and few people were there, but I distinctly remember freshman year accidentally tackling Miss Rinaldo's jukebox while she was gone. And I don't know if Miss Rinaldo's here, but this might be the first time she's hearing about it. So if she is here, Miss Rinaldo, I'm sorry. But honestly, what's high school without a little chaos? And let's be real, the next few years of high school weren't much calmer. Whether it was something simple, like walking through the math wing, where the teachers took dressing up to a whole new level, especially on Pi Day, or whether it was something more involved, like being a part of a play, a pep rally dance, a football student section, or a team. I'd like us all to take a second to think about some memories we've had. And parents, grandparents, and people watching from home, join us too. Whether it was a friend in high school, a friend group, a trip, an adventure, something that impacted who you are today. We all got something? For me, the first memory that comes to mind was playing tag with Roman candles in a parking lot. That experience definitely shaped who I am today, because now I know, without a doubt, that fireworks are not cold. Of course, none of us got here alone, so to our teachers, thank you for your patience, your guidance, and for answering the same question 20 times like it was the first. To our parents and families, thank you for supporting us, cheering us on, and dealing with our "I'll do it later" attitudes for the past 4 years. And to the staff who kept everything running smoothly, you made this school a better place for all of us. And before we go, we have to acknowledge someone who has been a huge part of this school. The man, the myth, the legend, and our principal, Mr. Pliner. Since this is his last year at Oregon High School, we want to thank him for everything he's done to make this school feel like home. We appreciate you, and we hope you enjoy whatever comes next, just like us. So, class of 2025, before we all head off into our next phase, I want to leave you with a quote I found while writing this speech. It's a short quote by Walt Disney. He says, "The best way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing." So after today, let's not just talk about our plans, let's go make them happen. And let's start by walking across this stage with confidence. And if you trip, do that confidently too. Congratulations, class of 2025. And at this time, I would like to invite members of the OHS Senior Choir, under the direction of Mrs. Jennifer Yancey, to come forward. Joining the choir will be students from our ASL cohort.
Tucked me in, turned out the light, kept me safe and sound at night. Little kids depend on things like that. Brushed my teeth and combed my hair, had to drive me everywhere. You were always there when I looked back. You had to do it all.
One more round of applause for the senior choir and our ASL students. Thank you, Ms. Yancey. I also want to acknowledge the big sound coming from the OHS band students under the direction of Miss Allison Yeager back there. At this time, I'm pleased to introduce our final class speaker, Hadley Stang.
Good afternoon, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. As we sit here in our caps and gowns, I know that each one of us carries unique experiences, knowledge, and passions we have gathered over the past years. But at the end of the day, there's one thing we must remember. We are not just graduates. We are change makers. Throughout our time in high school, we have learned many things. We have studied math, history, language, and science. We have learned to analyze, create, and problem solve. But the most important lesson we have learned is how we can use what we've gained to make a difference. Whether it's through small acts of kindness or large-scale movements, every action we take matters. Every voice we raise matters. As we step into the world, we will face challenges that may seem overwhelming, like going to college, starting a new career, dealing with personal loss, inequality, and divisiveness. But we need to remember, change doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't come from waiting for the right moment or from somebody else stepping in. Change happens because people like us decide that things can and must be different. It happens because we choose to step up, to act, and to make an impact. It can start with a conversation, a project, or a simple gesture. It can start by using our voices to speak up for those who are unheard. Change can begin with the courage to challenge the status quo and envision a better future. And it will continue as long as we keep pushing, keep learning, and keep fighting for what's right. James Baldwin once said, "Not everything that is changed can be faced, but nothing can be changed until it is faced." This is what our class does. We fight for what we believe in, and we work hard to create the change we want to see in the world. We are not defined by where we come from, but by where we are willing to go and what we are willing to fight for. The class of 2025 is one of change and adaptation. No longer a class of the past. We are a very diverse group who have learned to value each other's beliefs and viewpoints. We collaborate. We discuss, and yes, we may even argue, but we know by listening to one another that there can be a common ground. We are a class that grows, changes, and fights for one another and moves forward together. Our class is full of ideas, energy, and hope, and it is that energy that will fuel the change we want to see. Our class is full of future engineers, electricians, architects, doctors, scientists, builders, entrepreneurs, and most importantly, teachers. Teachers play a pivotal role in shaping our future. From the time we start kindergarten until the time we graduate high school and beyond, they empower us. They equip us with the knowledge and skills we need to succeed in life. Teachers foster our critical thinking, creativity, and problem-solving abilities, which are necessary for addressing the changes we want to see in today's world. These individuals let us know that it is okay to struggle, to not know the answer, and to even fail. It's what you do with that struggle and failure that matters. This is how we learn. This is how we overcome obstacles. On the other side of that failure and perseverance is success. John D. Rockefeller once expressed, "I do not think there is any other quality so essential to success of any kind as perseverance. It overcomes almost everything, even nature." Teachers inspire a love for learning. They give us a space to be curious, to seek knowledge, and to have drive and ambition to get things done. Teachers lead sports teams like basketball, soccer, track, and even clubs that help you find your passion, like FBLA, HOSA, Model UN, Spanish and German Club, Imagine, and many others. By doing this, they foster a strong sense of responsibility and leadership in students. Teachers shape individuals who are ready to jump in where help is needed. The lessons students learn from the teachers can influence their roles as future leaders, activists, entrepreneurs, and engaged citizens. Oregon High School is not the brick and mortar. It's the people in the building that make up what and who we are today. So I wanted to take a moment to thank the teachers who have helped mold who we are and the paths we are on. So, as we walk across the stage today, let's not just think of this as a moment to celebrate our past. Let's think of this as a moment to commit to our future. Let's promise to be the change makers the world needs. Let's promise to stand up when it's hard, to speak out when it's needed, and to never stop fighting for the world we believe in. I want to thank all of those who have helped give us an initial understanding of the world, grounding our morals, instilling our self-confidence, taking us to sports and musical practice, or enduring our emotionally filled moments. To the moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, aunts and uncles, and everyone in our immediate or extended family who have helped us get to this point, thank you. No matter how small or large, we couldn't have done it without you. People wait all day for night, all week for Friday, all summer for winter, all of winter for summer, all of high school for college, and all of life for happiness. First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt said, "Yesterday is a mystery. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift." Taking life day by day and moment by moment is essential. We all tend to rush through life, always worrying or waiting for the next step. It's important not to let the pursuit of tomorrow diminish the joy of today. Together, we have the power to make a difference. Together, the class of 2025 will change the world for the better. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2025. It is my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of Oregon School District, Dr. Leslie Bergstrom, who will certify graduates and preside over the presentation of diplomas.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our families, educators, our board members, and most importantly to all of you, our high school seniors. And when I hear Pomp and Circumstance being played, and when you all start to walk in so slowly wearing your cap and gowns, it elicits so many memories for me, not just of my own children's graduations, but also the times I've been able to sit up here and watch other Oregon School District students do this. And in just a few minutes, you're going to be walking across the stage, and I'll have the great honor of shaking your hand and offering you congratulations. And when I do, I will be thinking about how each one of you embodies so much hope and promise, and there's so much goodness inside each one of you, and you're just getting started. So as you walk across the stage, while most of us will be seeing young adults accomplishing a lifetime milestone, I'm also fairly certain that many family members will almost simultaneously see that beautiful little child they sent off to kindergarten 13 years ago and wondering to themselves, how did time go by so quickly? So after listening to the words of Mr. Pliner and Morgan and Liam and Hadley, I'm reminded of this caring, compassionate, dynamic community we have. They shared with you their hearts, their humor, and their wisdom. And you all, individually and collectively, hold more wisdom than you may know. Anytime I have the opportunity to sit with students and truly listen to them, I learn so much. And due to this, I make sure I have the regular opportunity to learn and to listen. So I have a superintendent's council that I meet with several times a month. It's students in grades 9 through 12, and we meet in the mornings. And honestly, it's one of my favorite parts of my week. And this year, I will miss the seniors very much. And during our last meeting of the school year, I asked a question that I regularly ask alumni or other soon-to-be graduates. And I asked them, when you're thinking about younger students, what advice would you give them? Because we were in a group that day, and there were seniors and freshmen, and it was all mixed, and so I asked the seniors to share. And boy, they didn't disappoint, and this group never does. And what they shared was important not just for younger high school students in the group that day, but also for all of you as graduates who are thinking about what's next. They shared the importance of getting out and trying new things, of making sure that you're stepping out of that zone of comfort. And this is a really common theme of advice when our alumni come back or when I have the opportunity to talk to seniors. They often share that taking advantage of a new opportunity, like joining a club with new people, it opens doors for them or opened a door for them and allowed them to better understand what they are capable of. And then one of the students added on to this advice. And they stated that, just remember, people aren't watching you like you think they are. They're too busy with their own things. So get out there and try something, even if it's going to take you a really long time to be good at it. The second piece of advice that morning, it was unique. A senior told the younger students in the group that it's to remember that it's cool to be passionate about something. Whether your passion is biotechnology or art or music or astronomy or social justice, whatever it is, lean in. It's cool to care passionately and to really work hard at something. And this class demonstrates that every day. You care so much about so many things in this world, and you show that with your curiosity, your willingness to show up for one another, your kind humor. We're really proud of who you are. And we're proud of who you're becoming, and you will always have friends and allies in the Oregon School District. So, as we prepare for the distribution of diplomas, I will call upon members of the Oregon Board of Education and Mr. Pliner to come forward to distribute diplomas on behalf of the Oregon School District. Board members and Mr. Pliner, please come forward. Here we go. Furthermore, I hereby certify to you that these members of the class of 2025 of Oregon High School have fulfilled all of the requirements of the Oregon Board of Education and the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction. It's time to clap. That's pretty cool.
Maya Abelins. Shannon Alcala. Ricardo Acosta Villa. Yael Alonso Prado. Olivia Anderson. Joel Appleby. Grace Ashmore. Lyra Azopardi. Genevieve Babler. Tanner Bailey. Braden Bakken. Marley Bautista. Lily Bilo. Britton Benjamin. Elena Bergaman. Claire Bergstrom. Elijah Beyer. Mackenzie Bijak. Zachary Bijak. Paige Black. Ren Black. Bailey Bloomer. Madison Bloomer. William Betcher. Morgan Bohr. Braden Bowl. Tyler Brelenthon. Erica Brisky. Carolyn Brognano. Henry Burmeister. Andres Cabezas Fraitas. Andrew Cameron. Kelly Campbell. Anthony Campos Castro. Chris Carcano. Lucy Carlson. Jordan Caro. Oliver Cheney. Taylor Christensen. Abby Christensen. Abigail Chung. Kira Sinkar. Amira Coleman. Finley Conklin. Rachel Cook. Nicholas Couillard. Jonah Cowan. Ethan Craig. Keegan Cram. Charlie Cullis. Louis Culver Lutz. Bryn D'Amelio Will. Piper Daly. Robert Dawn. Haley Davidson. Owen Dubry. Kellen Derricks. Jadalyn Demola. Ryan Dins. Alexa Dish. Sasha Dish. Jackson Disrude. Emma Dobratz. Joseph Downey. Karina Drake. Catherine Dunn. Willem Dutcher. Adam Isley. Christian Elliott. Luca Elmer. Philip Emrick. Dylan Endress. Caden Erickson. Kennedy Eslick. Amelia Evenson. Gabriella Faber. Ryan Fahey. Morgan Farrar. Lily Fellens. Tessa Firo Ellis. Brady Field. Ossie Finstead. Lily Fitzgerald. Cameron Fox. Lucy Fradkin Annan. Tavares Funderberg. Bryce Gonyer. Liliana Garcia. Sebastian Garcia. Christian Gates. Carson Gerke. Mason Gerber. Ashton Gosley. Caden Goins. Christian Golish. Carolyn Gracialny. Brianna Greenwald. Gavin Grenier. Gabriel Grossen. Lucas Haig. Madison Heckela. Delaney Helverson. Carson Hanneman. Ronan Hannibal. Emma Hansen. Kalena Hansen. Noah Hansen. Rokea Hassan. Josh Hockey. Charles Hayde. Helena Helms. Jenna Hodges. Zachary Holland. William Holtzen. Carson Hipsch. Valeria Huerta. Timothy Lucas. Aiden Hughes. Julia Ibrahim. McKenna Ingalls. Riley Jackson. Luis Jaramillo Quechol. Noah Yarund. Colton Jensen. Claire Johnson. Dalton Johnson. Owen Johnston. Connor Jordan. Benjamin George. Stella Joswick. William Youngers. Brendan Juvenal. Lincoln Kalsher. George Karasek. Jacob Kidrowski. Hans Kiesaw. Caroline Kissling. Delia Klon. Gage Clarich. Zeke Kleitch. Isaac Klazowski. Brianna Cleaver. Bailey Kanat. Micah Coburnis. Kaylee Cockin. Griffin Koenig. Cole Konopecki. Anthony Kopp. Emily Kramer. Lindsay Kramer. Paxton Kringle. Liv Christensen. Joshua Christoph. Bryn Last. Riley Lehman. Elliot Lesperance.
Easton Lindert. Alexander Littleton. Hayden Lawrence. Kai Lynch. Allison MacArthur. Rochelle Mikado. Caitlin Mancusi. Federico Mariani Vasquez. Chloe Marin. Jose Martinez. Asia Oates. Nevea Oates. Tavia Mason. Laura Maurer. William Mayo. Sophia Matze. Dejan McLean. Matthias McDaniel Falcon. Everly McCarnes. Owen McKee. Sean Treese McNeil. Garrett Metzger. Tyler Mehring. Logan Mayer. Sam Meyer. Tyler Mickelson. Alora Miller. Hannah Mincer. Maya Morales. Anna Mojeski. Annabelle Monti. Adabella Montemayara. Elizabeth Moreland. Madeline Morhoff. PJ Mortensen. Kanoa Moyer. Elena Muller. Elliot Mueller. Olivia Miller. Dominic Mustachi. Sophia Mutzi. Olivia Nice. Isabel Nellen. Connor Nelson. Colin Nettesheim. Tomas Newman. Aubrey Nichols. Simon Nemechek. Grayson Nordstrom. Amber Norland. Hayden Norman. Peter Noka. Ian O'Connell. Della O'Malley. Brianna O'Neill. Patrick O'Neill. Chloe Oden. Angelo Olson. Ashley Olson. Noe Ortega. Zachary Paulus. Alexander Palmer. Sean Panzer. Noel Paul. Cameron Paulsrud. Cassandra Pavlovsky. Brady Painter. Olivia Peters. Alec Peterson. Carter Pribanow. Noah Raybuck. Lola Ragainas. Mitchell Remy. Austin Rhodes. Brett Rude. Christian Rice. Devin Rice. Dustin Richardson. Haley Richter. Maxwell Ricker. Raven Ringhan. Claudia Ritter. Audrey Rogers. Kyle Roan. Mai Rozak. Hazel Rupenthal. Addison Sabel. Brooke Sampson. Armando Sanchez Abrahan. Lily Sarbacher. Tanner Schmidt. Laura Schenecker. Greta Schriever. Alyssa Shrimp. Will Schrader. Allison Schuett. Haley Schultz. Alexander Seitz. Sydney Shaw. Alice Shipley. Leah Siren. Tegan Simpson. Addison Small. Theo Smith. Peyton Soul. Joseph Spildy. Sophia St. Clair. Hadley Stang. Dylan Stanley. Carson Stebbins. Summer Steele. Jordan Steffen. Jace Storkson. Maya Straight. Brianna Stull. Wesley Tanner. Owen Tauschek. Samuel Templeton. Lauren Thomas. Kelvin Tillema. Miles Tolonen. Jamie Tormey. Mariana Torres Hernandez. Clara Tracy. Madeline Tiernan Killerlane. Sophia Sai. Jackson Umhofer. Brenna Updike. Yasua Vang. Busy View. Colin Waite. Keaton Walker. Savannah Walker. Devin Wallish. Weston Warner. Andrew Wanta. Sawyer Wanta. Anaya Warren. Sarah Waterworth. Eric Watson. Wade Watson. Talon Werner. Peyton Wernick. Addison Worth. Jameson Wethel. Ashton Wheeler. Kamarion White. Charles Whitney. Kaylin Winterberg. Kewen Wirtz. Ashton Wolf. Diego Woldridge. Chase Wunderlich. James Wyman. Jimmy Zhang. Phoebe Yancey. Jacob Yeager. Noah Zerby. Amanda Zupont. Carly Zick.
All right. As the superintendent of schools, I have the privilege of asking Student Council Executive Co-Presidents Amira Coleman and Lucy Carlson to please come to the stage and lead their class in the changing of the tassel.
We are so proud of everything we as a class and individuals have accomplished throughout our time at Oregon High School.
Let's remember that this is just the beginning. We've done the work, we've made the memories, and now what we do next is entirely up to us.
Now please, join us in the turning our tassels from right to left.
Congratulations, class of 2025, we did it!
And that's a goal. That's a goal.